Pain heals. Chicks dig scars. Glory lasts forever.
Paige Bueckers finally gets her national championship. UConn wins a title once again for Gino. And what happened after that game? Well, here you go. Yes, it really is like this. He is that girl. Caitlin Clark goes trending. Why? Why did Caitlin Clark go trending? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for checking out this video. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Shout out to the 19. I will tell you why. Because Paige fans, UConn fans, they could not enjoy and celebrate Paige and UConn getting a title because for so many of them, as we have been learning all along, it's not about the basketball. It was never about the basketball. The basketball is an excuse for other stuff, and they hate Caitlin Clark. So when UConn won a title and Paige won a title, all they could think about was Caitlin Clark. Yes, it is true. Oh, so yeah, Azzy Fudd, Sarah Strong, they carried UConn to a title, and Caitlin Clark is trending. It's kind of wild, right? It is kind of wild. So I just wanted to run through some of these just to give you an idea and talk about why I think this is. And you've got accounts like this doing it as well. Front Office Sports, four of the top five recruits from the 2020 women's basketball recruiting class have now won national titles. Paige Bueckers, Angel Reese, Cameron Brink, Camilla Cardoso. The last one is Caitlin Clark. So let's see. Paige Bueckers did not stay home and go to Minnesota. She went to UConn, where she was almost guaranteed to win a title with the talent she was going to have around her. Angel Reese could not take Maryland anywhere, so she transferred along with others with a lot of 4 and 5 star recruits to go get a title at LSU. Cameron Brink went to powerhouse Stanford and didn't exactly perform come title time. Camila Cardoso also transferred to South Carolina to get a ring. As we see here, well, all right, I don't see what I was looking for, but there was, I thought I had it up, but it's not important. There was just someone who broke down how they all did in their championship games, and none of them performed well. None of them performed well. So that's kind of interesting. And by the way, also interesting, if you see this for Front Office Sports with this troll post, over 636,000 views. I went through their page. I went through their page, and they get typically 10,000, 40,000, 25,000. That is typical. They don't get engagement without Caitlin Clark. So, of course, that is why they had to put this out there. And it just went on like that with, right, here's another one. This person has me blocked, by the way. Never heard of them, but I went to respond to this and I'm blocked. Top five recruits from 2020: Angel, Paige, Camilla, Cameron. Same thing. Caitlin Clark, no title, only one without a title. Yes, the one who stayed home, took Iowa all the way to 2 title games, beat the defending champions both seasons. And of course, as we know, Iowa goes nowhere if Caitlin Clark doesn't play well, unlike all of these other players. So, still the best player, most viewers, most points, most records, more money, and so on and so forth. So, yeah, that's absolutely true. But yeah, this is what the day was like. Right here we go. Better than CC ever was, and she's a champion. Better than CC ever was, and she's a champion. Um, here's some of the stuff that she did. First of all, Big East is a terrible conference. Again, she went to UConn. The one time she was Naismith Player of the Year was stolen from Caitlin Clark. Well, I mean, we could do the same thing with Caitlin, right? Two-time NCAA All Tourney, two-time AP Player of the Year, four-time WBCAA, on and on. Two-time Naismith, four-time All Big Ten, and on and on. But yeah, this is what happened. Now, someone pointed here's she still got the point thing, right? Because still got the point thing. And then there's this, which I found interesting. When the games actually could be a little tough, Paige's final four numbers: 16 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, versus Caitlin's 30 points, 8 rebounds, 7 assists. So yeah, slight difference there, but it just went on and on. Here you go, bang, right? Here's that list again. This fool saying bang because ring, 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 right? Caitlyn doesn't have a ring. She's thud. And of course, this is what happens more often than not. You cannot actually reply because they always lock it down. Stop with this BS and hate her with your full chest. We don't go around saying this BS. Don't be a cat. Yeah, so good. Exactly. Because all CC slander is directed toward her fans. They love to do that now, right? We love Caitlin Clark. Forget the fact that they downplay her, disparage her, insult her, say she's not that good. She doesn't have a title on her, but they love her. It's just them. It's those, by the way. Just saying, you might want to learn proper English. Caitlin Clark fans, I don't know why there are three C's, are terrible people. You hear that, y'all? You are a terrible person. They need to be a hater with their chest hiding behind that gimmick. Is so corny. Yeah, pretty much. I'll just run through just a couple quick more, and then I got some things to say about this. This person absolutely hates Caitlin Clark. Okay, switching narratives. Paige getting her ring while that girl will never get hers. Ha 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 ha. And again, locks them down. And on it went. Couple more for you. Right here's someone even saying LSU wasn't a super team. They weren't even ranked the year they won the Natty. Yeah, actually they were. They had one five-star recruit. Not true. Angel Reese was not a recruit. She was a transfer because she wanted to get a ring because she wasn't good enough to take Maryland anywhere. As they point out here, Angel Reese played with three other five-star recruits, consistently ranked the top 10 team in the country the year they won the Natty. I believe they were in the top 10 from like December on. I think they were ranked at the beginning of the season around 16, something like that. So, of course, the narratives are usually lies. And then this is great. How about this? They did a spaces right after Paige, greatest point guard in NCAA history. What? I'm sorry. People are like, oh, why are you? I have to laugh because what else can you do when absolute low IQ fools spout nonsense like this? By the way, I didn't listen to this because there's just no way I could, but someone did let me know that they were still going on about complaining about the WNBA as if they think the WNBA sets the TV schedule. So that just to give you an idea of their how informed they are and how intelligent they are, they're still on that. Uh, last two, I promise. In my opinion, Paige is who y'all think CC is, and yet Paige actually won a national championship. So remember when I said, hey, if they win, and again, good for Paige. I have nothing against Paige. I try and make that stuff clear all the time, although I'll get it in the comments that I'm hating on Paige. This isn't about Paige. This is about the media. This is about the WNBA fans who don't actually care about basketball, but they hate everything about Caitlin Clark. Here we go. All the best. And this again to show you the stupidity. And I don't say that to be mean. I mean, that's just what it is. All the best players in college basketball either were their top athletes in the respective states or near top. She is the face of Iowa basketball and didn't win at any level, not even AAU. By the way, that's wrong about the AAU. She did actually win an AAU championship, but as I said here, she has multiple, I believe three. Correct me if I'm wrong. I know I've talked about it before and I did the research, but now off the top of my head, I'm not sure, but I believe it's three. At U19, she was also FIBA World Cup horny MVP. So this is someone clearly spouting nonsense that doesn't know anything about basketball. They just know that they've been told by the people who brainwashed them, this is what you need to repeat. You need to hate Caitlin Clark and do everything you can to dis, uh, downplay her and attack her fans and all of that stuff. Because obviously it doesn't take much research at all to find out that this simply isn't true. But people do push back on this stuff. I'm glad to see in the less than an hour I've had on here, I have 8 likes to 1 from the original post, and they've got 6 comments. So they are clearly getting ratioed. But yeah, look, it's so ridiculous. This is how bad it is. And the reason I did this is because of when this happened. If I just saw these over time, I wouldn't think much about it. But Paige and UConn just won a national title. And Caitlin Clark is trending because that's all they can think about is how can I go put down Caitlin Clark and attack her fans? It is absolutely insane. This is how much she moves the needle. This is the motion. This is how popular she is. No one talks about this like I was gonna say about any other WNBA player, but about anyone. She lives completely rent free in absolutely everyone's head. They don't like her. They don't like her. She's done things no other player has done. She's put women's basketball on the map, got it into the mainstream. She commands all the attention, and it's for her play on the court and the fact that she's classy off of it. She's won the heart of America. Yes, I think America's sweetheart is an apt title for Caitlin Clark. And look, here's the truth, whether you want to hear it or not, and I'll get people that scream, but this is absolutely the truth. The WNBA has always been a very specific club, and games, the league itself, was an excuse for this club to have social gatherings, to get together. It was a social event for club members. A whole lot of real basketball fans have their eye on the WNBA now, and they don't like what they see. They want a lot of changes. They think that a lot of changes need to be made to get the WNBA on the right footing toward being an actual, truly successful professional women's basketball league. It had never aspired to that before, and it didn't need to, not with the NBA money that they were getting. But now it needs to. And this is one of the reasons they cannot stand Caitlin Clark at all or her fans. They simply can't. They don't like the fact, and I hate to say it, but there's truth to it. It's funny with what they call Clark's fans. They project. They don't like her skin color. They don't like her preference, talking about Connor. They don't like the fact that she is not a vocal activist for the things that they support. Which, by the way, is why Paige gets a pass. In case you're wondering, Paige gets a pass because she doesn't have that fan base. She's not bringing those eyeballs, and she does openly speak out. She has said, I'm going to submit myself to all of their stuff. I am going to submit myself to all of their stuff, and I'm going to repeat the things that they want repeated. That's just the way it is. That is the truth of it. And of course, they're jealous and envious of her skill and her style and the way she plays the game, of her fan base. Incredible jealousy and hatred and envy for everything that Caitlin Clark is and everything they think that she stands for. I'm going to leave it there. By the way, I meant to mention at the beginning, losing my voice a little bit here and also getting a migraine, feeling it coming on. So if I sound a little less, peppy than usual. That is why I appreciate all your support. Sorry, this got a little longer than I expected it to be. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know your thoughts on all this in the comments below. I really do appreciate it. And I will talk to you later.